To Sumita Roy's English classroom. Today we have a video on how to become excellent speakers, how to excel in speaking English using these 7 habits. I'm going to talk to you about these 7 habits, and I shall give you examples of these habits with exercises for you to practice. If you practice these, try to do them one by one, not all 7 together if you can't manage it. And then you will be able to get excellence in speaking English. Please remember that your excellence in speaking English is what you require. Basic English is very good. Speaking fluently is very good. But then when you are excellent, when you become the best in speaking, you find that your life changes. You go towards success. You become better and better in your personal and professional life, in your social interactions. So we need to excel. These 7 habits will tell you how you can become excellent. Watch the video till the end so that you get all the 7. Also remember that watching the video 2, 3, 4 times is not enough. That is the beginning. That is the introduction. What is most important is your practice. How much of practice you are doing based on the ideas I'm giving you. In your comment boxes, you say that it is very nice, but I would rather you say it is very useful. And then you say, how is this video useful? So watch the videos, share with others, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it, and most important, practice so that these 7 points become your habit. Habit is something which we do all the time. It's not something we do only once. So this should become a habit. Now what is it that I want you to make a habit? First out of 7, number 1, and that is you need to listen actively. I have given an entire video on active listening. You can go to that. But here I'm telling you active listening not once, but habitual. That means as a habit, as regularly as possible. Every day for 5 or 10 minutes immediately after you get up. What happens is when we listen, it goes into the recorded form in our mind. The mind records the listening passage. If you listen to it every day or if you listen repeatedly to it on a single day, these recordings come out when you are speaking. They replay in your mind, and that is what helps you to speak. So active listening is a habit you need to cultivate. Most of us do passive listening. We don't do active listening. The reason is because we are very happy to listen. We are relaxed. But suppose you listen with a feeling that I need to repeat it. What is called shadowing. Listen and repeat. Listen and repeat. That is shadowing. So if you do that, then what do you find? You find that the same ideas, the same passage, the same words and sentences keep revolving around your mind. It happens if I want to learn a new language, I also will do the same. I will listen to the passage in that language. Then it will keep playing in my mind for the rest of the day. In this way, the mind gets changed. I have given you a video on thinking in English. So the thought process changes when you keep listening. That is the first of the 7. Now we come to the next one. And that is non-verbal skill. Non-verbal skill is a support to your words. Verbal, V-E-R-B-A-L. Verbal means using words. When we don't use words but still we say something without using words, that is non-verbal. Suppose somebody is talking to you and you nod your head. That means you're saying yes. You shake your head. That means you're saying no. You show by your facial expression that you're very interested. You show anger or irritation by frowning, or you use your gestures, gestures, your hand movement. All these support your verbal skills. So when we are using words for speaking, if we want to become excellent, we must cultivate the habit of allowing our non-verbal aspect, our body, our face, our eyes, to support what we are saying. That is called non-verbal skill. How will you do it? Practice by looking at yourself. If you video record what you're saying, you can replay it and watch. If you speak in front of a mirror, you can watch while you are speaking. Of course, that's difficult sometimes because you're so engrossed in speaking that you forget to watch yourself. So recording is a very good thing. Keep your camera there, speak in front of it, and then observe. How do you look? How does your body look? Are you looking serious when you are saying something serious? Are you humorous? Are you, enjoying the process of speaking? Because learning is fun. We say we should enjoy learning. So that is how we become better. Unless our non-verbal skills are good, we cannot be good at speaking. The third point is that whatever you're saying, you be very clear what you want to say. Sometimes we have many ideas in our mind. The ideas are all fighting with each other. We don't know which idea to speak first. We don't know which to speak second. We have so many ideas that when the other person is speaking, we stop that person and start speaking. These are all wrong habits. If you want to excel in speaking, please remember that you need to have very brief idea of what you're going to say. I have already told you many times, conciseness. Concise means to the point. CONCISE. Concise, short, brief, to the point. Absolutely not, digressing. Clear. That means what you're saying should be clearly understood. In English or in any language, we have something called ambiguity. AMBIGUITY. Ambiguity means double meaning. You're saying something, the meaning is something else. Sometimes you're saying something good to a person. You're trying to help that person. That person says, "Don't be rude to me. I know exactly what I have to do. You don't have to tell me." Don't blame the person. Blame your speaking, which was misunderstood by this person because you did not speak clearly. You did not speak exactly what you have to say. So we have to make this a habit. How will you make it a habit? You will make it a habit by practicing to speak what happens to you every day. If you have a conversation with your neighbor, with somebody on the street who's a stranger, with somebody in a shop whom you don't know, a shopkeeper or another customer, you have some colleague who speaks to you, try to come home and speak about all this in your own mind. That gives you clarity and conciseness. Next time this person says this, I have to reply like this. Today I could not reply well. This is one way of becoming excellent because you are using your own experience, and your own experience is teaching you how to be very clear. Sometimes we are not clear even after a lot of practice. Then we can learn. Remember that we can learn till the end of our life. There is no end to learning. Now we come to the fourth habit. The fourth habit for good speakers is that you have to use your emotions properly. We all have emotion. we have happiness and sorrow, we have fear and anger, we have enjoyment, we have pride, we have, fellow feeling, we have, charity, generosity. There are so many emotions which all of us feel every day, every minute. If somebody says, "You are very good," don't we feel happy? If somebody says, "You are terrible," don't we feel sad? All of us experience emotions. But how much emotion should be there in your speaking? I try to motivate all of you because you say you're learners of English. My job is to motivate you. Therefore, if I keep telling you, you are useless, you are good for nothing, you will never become better, that means I'm using the wrong emotions. If I keep telling you that you will improve every day, then I'm using a positive emotion. This we call as emotional intelligence. So when you practice speaking English, please remember that you should also use emotions which are useful. What emotions apply to which speaking? Suppose you are speaking about something which is factual. Factual means based on facts. You are using scientific data. There, if you use a tone which is very simple, light, which is very light-hearted, that is not a good tone at all, which means your emotional intelligence went wrong. If you keep saying, don't worry, this is all useless, that means you're not good at what you're saying. You're saying something which is serious, therefore you have to use that in your speaking. Suppose you are trying to, give advice to somebody, then you have to give advice without showing that they are at a lower level. You don't look down upon a person whom you're trying to help. In fact, you must remember that a person who's taking your help, you should be grateful to. That is what Swami Vivekananda says. Somebody commented that I should make a video on Swami Vivekananda. I will soon, after some days. Now, so see, if somebody is taking your help, you must give advice with that kind of emotion that I'm grateful that you're asking for my help. So these are all points of emotional intelligence you have to keep in mind. Somebody who's very depressed, you want to uplift them, you want to bring them up. Then what do? You give them courage, which is a very, very important emotion. Strength and courage. This is what we have as number 4. Now we go to the 5th habit. Why am I calling these habits is because it cannot be done in one day. It has to be practiced over a period of time. Whether it is active listening or it is emotional intelligence, you must remember to practice it regularly. If you do that, then it will form a habit, and that will make your speaking excellent. We come to number 5, and that is when you listen to somebody, when you are talking to somebody, when you are in an audience where somebody is giving a lecture. These are all situations where you can try your speaking. You can use your speaking practice. How can you do that? By asking some open-ended questions. One is to keep an open mind. When somebody is speaking to you, don't make up your mind already by saying, "Oh, this is terrible, it's wasting my time, it is so boring, I already know this." These are all negative ways. To improve our speaking, we need to be able to grasp the meaning and ask questions about it. The greatest learning point is asking questions. So if you want to improve your speaking, you must also know how to ask questions. I have given you some videos where I have told you how to start a small talk, or what is the way in which you begin a conversation. All these are questions. How are you feeling today? What are you doing these days? How do you like your job? So many questions you can ask to carry the conversation forward. Or if somebody has explained something to you, suppose somebody has come to show you a product, then you need to ask 3, 4 questions by saying, what is this product? Suppose it gets spoiled, how will I get it repaired, and so on. This also has to be a habit. Again, I'm repeating, make this a habit so that whenever you listen, whenever you talk, you know what kind of questions to ask. And these questions should be open ended. Open ended means what? It should not have a yes no answer. If you have only one yes or one no, then that is not a question which is good enough. You have to give the other person the scope to speak. When the other person speaks, only then the conversation can be carried on. Your practice of speaking shows your excellence only when you allow others to speak also. Not only speak all the time, but listen and speak at the same time. Now we move to this next point, that is number 6. Habit number 6, and that is empathy. Empathy means it is slightly higher than sympathy. Sympathy is sympathy. Empathy is empathy. Empathy means you feel for the other person. Suppose you have cut your finger and blood is coming out. I feel that pain. We do it for our people we love. We do that. If somebody is hurt, we feel that pain. If somebody is suffering, we feel that pain. Not only physical suffering, but also mental suffering. If somebody you know is in real tension, agony, stress, don't you feel? So a good speaker is a person who can empathize. That means who can share the feeling of others, who can share the happiness or the sorrow of others. If somebody tells you, today I'm very excited, you shouldn't say, oh, please stop. Today I don't want to hear about it. Tell me after a week. You have killed that person's enthusiasm. You are not an excellent speaker. But if somebody comes and tells you, I'm excited, you say, oh, seeing your face, I'm also excited. I would love to hear what you are excited about. See, open-ended questions. And there what you have is empathy. You don't have time, you're very busy, you have lot of work, you are highly stressed out about something, but you are empathetic to the other person. That is what makes you a powerful speaker. People would like to speak with you if you are such a person. And that is why you have to make empathy into a habit. It is not only one instance. All the 7 points are habits which you have to form. It is not something which you're going to do in one day. It might take a lifetime to form this habit. But if we continue, our speaking will improve every day. Please understand, the habit will take long time, but the speaking will improve. You will become better and better till you reach excellence. Then we have the last point, which is very, very important, and that is embracing silence. That means you should be able to keep a little silent. Suppose you say something important, then you should give 1 or 2 seconds silence till the other person absorbs what you're saying and then continue. If you go on speaking, then nobody is going to listen to you. If you are able to know when you should give that pause, when you should have that silence, that means your speaking is excellent. If you do not know, then your speaking might become like recitation. We don't want recitation. We want real life speaking. A small child, who recites a poem Twinkle, twinkle, little star. That's wonderful. For a child, it's wonderful. But if you speak English in that sing song way and you speak it like you are reciting from memory, that is not speaking. You have to speak in such a way that your communication, your words, your sentences, all these things have an impact on the listener. Who is an excellent speaker? A person who inspires us. I'm giving you lives of inspiring people, but you can also have lives of inspiring speakers. How powerfully they speak, and they influence thousands and millions of people. How do they do that? That is only because they improve their ability to speak and they become excellent in speaking. You need to cultivate the right style in order to know your pauses, in order to know your silences. Unless you have this as a habit, your speaking will not reach that higher level. We are looking for the higher level. Every video I'm telling you, begin at the beginning. Don't try to jump to the higher level, but begin at the beginning and slowly move up. I'm giving you one video every day so that everybody has something. You know, if you invite a group of people to dinner, you don't make one dish, you make 20 dishes. Whoever likes whichever will eat that. So if we have 58, 59,000 people on this channel as subscribers, then I must give them so many dishes that they choose whatever they want. So choose what you want, but cultivate your own style of speaking. I'm speaking in my own style. I'm trying to help you form your own style. And there you will find that silences are very important. So these 7 habits I would like you to cultivate. This video is not for instant learning. It is a video for long time learning. I have given you many videos for instant learning. Learn English in a week, I said. So if you practice for 1 week, that is the foundation on which you can continue. But here, it is habit forming. So follow all the 7 points again and again till it becomes a part of your speaking. And then you will find people are complimenting you by saying, your speaking is so good. That is what I want for all of you. When you tell me that, madam, after 6 months of watching your video, I have learned so much, I feel very happy. Many of you have seen my other videos, which were there on the YouTube channels, different channels, not my own, for the last 15 years. And they are also here on this channel now. I feel very happy. Many of you are giving many suggestions. I will make videos on all these. Whatever you have suggested, you will find the video. But then you have to wait and watch because I can't make 100 videos per day. I can only make 1 video per day. Therefore, you have to wait patiently. But in the meantime, watch what is there already and then you benefit from what is there. So these 7 habits, if you form, I can tell you that it is guaranteed that you will excel in the speaking of English. All the best and thank you.